Michelle Kimbrough. She works for drug court. She's an advocate through CPS through drug court. She's the one. Hold on. What the hell is this?
Let's go.
Not just what's going on, guys.
How you doing?
I'm put
Who
this.
am I here with right now?
My name is Peter Perius,
Peter Paris.
not the platypus.
Not the platypus. Does that get often or what?
No, you're the only one that ever said that.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's like what is it called? I forgot that show.
Perry the platypus.
Yeah, but what is that show from?
Uh,
I forgot what it's called. We're back. Let's go. Let's
it's
go.
called that. I think that's what it's called.
No, it's not. It's called 100 Days of Summer or something like that.
No, it's a cartoon with two little kids on it. They got triangle faces. But regardless, I don't
Yeah.
know.
What's up, guys? Taryn, Country Woman. What's up, Homeless Walk? How you doing? How you doing?
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Good to see you guys back. We're back from our a little vacation we had away from live streaming.
Yeah.
We're here with
Peter Perius.
awesome, man. What are we doing here?
At the moment, I'm recovering. I just had my foot amputated on Thursday. And and as crazy as it may seem, I'm in very good spirits about it. You know what I mean? I feel really good. I got shot with a 357 on April 2nd of 2024 by a cousin of mine. Very unfortunate. Wasn't an accident, but it was an asshole move. I'm not gonna lie about that. But so after that happened, I've been dealing with the pain from that gunshot wound for a long time, and I ended up developing a bone infection called osteomyelitis. And
Because you were where when you
I
when you
was
got
homeless.
when you got shot, you went to the hospital.
Yeah, I initially went to the hospital. I went to Del Seaton for the trauma center. I was there for a day. They did the initial operation, stitched me up because it was a 357 Magnum hollow point, and so I had a pair of cowboy boots on. And whenever he shot me, the hollow point hit the leather of my cowboy boot, and it spread out before it went into my foot. So I had a very wide entry wound, and it didn't blow out the back. It just pulverized my bone. It crushed everything in there. Left all kinds of shrapnel in there. It was really bad, really ugly.
Did it go through the boot?
It went through the boot and through my foot, but it didn't out the back of my foot, which is why I still have a foot at all, because 357 like that. I'm lucky to have had a foot in the first place after that. But so after the initial trauma, what they did is put what they call an external fixator on my leg, which is like a bracket that had. So I'm going to demonstrate on this foot. I had two bolts that came out of my shin right here, two bolts that came out of the back of my heel right here, and one bolt that came out of the side of my foot right here. And it was like a metal brace that held my foot straight because they couldn't put a splint on it because it was an open wound.
And you had that, and you got kicked out of the hospital from there, or how long
Well,
did you stay at the
so
hospital?
I was staying at the guy's house that shot me when it happened. I was legally staying there. I was a resident there, and when he shot me, I had a place to go. So, and what the problem things is with that is that Travis County, whenever there's a domestic dispute or domestic violence and somebody gets arrested for it, they automatically issue what they call an emergency protective order. And since I was living at that dude's house, he wasn't allowed to come within 200 yards of me or the place I was staying, so he wasn't allowed to go to his own house. Um, so I was at his house, and what he did, he had the bills turned off on me, he had the electricity turned off on me, he had the water turned off on me.
While you were dealing with
While
this?
I was stuck in the living room like this, with my foot up like this, with this external fixator on my leg, I had no vehicle, nobody there, no way to move around, no way to get anything. I was just sitting there, and I had no way to do nothing. Um, so that was a very, very, very
dark
and troubling time for me, for sure. I was ready to, I was very, very close to unaliving myself, to say the least. But luckily, I got through that shit. God came through for me, and somehow I survived it. Um, but after the 8 weeks came up, I was in a very dark spot already initially, anyway, because my wife had left me the month before that happened. So
before you got shot.
before I got shot, me and her had split because times have gotten too hard over there where we were staying. The dude was giving us a lot of issues. He like kicked down our bedroom door, and then took the front door off the house, and all kinds of shit, like just petty, stupid little shit. And I was high on drugs. I'm not gonna lie. So and I took it farther than I should have. I should have just got out of there still
Hot.
fresh. You know what I mean? I should have
Yeah.
just left in the beginning instead of just being a stubborn asshole that I was, and being like, "Fuck you! You can't make me do nothing." Like I know the fucking. Yeah, I fought back is what I did. You know what I mean? And I grew up with this dude since we were in diapers. Like we grew up together. He was more my brother than anything. And so I should have. It's my fault. A lot of it's my fault that it all happened. I could have just left. You know what I mean? I could have just walked away, and then me and my wife would have probably never went through that separation. Who knows what would have happened? But one thing I can get from it all is that I can't change it, no matter what I do, no matter what happens. I can't change what happened, and I wouldn't be the person that I am today, sitting right here with you, if I hadn't gone through this ordeal. And I'm still dealing with it right now, but I'm a way better person than I think I've ever been in my life, and I feel very good about it. So it took me going through that to get to where I'm at. So
How long ago did this happen? Did you get it amputated?
I got my foot amputated on Thursday, so this is my fourth day now.
So 4 days later, and you've already reflected enough to know that God has put you exactly where you need to be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when I met you the first time, 3 months ago in the woods when I was camping out in the woods with my dog by myself, I was sober at that point, but I wasn't working on recovery. I didn't really know there was a difference. I thought that as long as I stopped doing drugs, that I was good, and I was just that's all I needed to do, and I was just basically playing the waiting game for my wife to come back from rehab and whatever else. You know what I mean? But since then, I got myself into that treatment center that I was telling you about that I was going to do, and even though I was just kind of talking whatever, spitting what sounded good, then I feel very grateful that no matter what I might have said and how much I really felt it, I pursued it, and I've actually gone through with it, and I've gone through this treatment program. I've been in treatment for 2 months. I'm almost 5 months sober now. Um, but my world has grown exponentially just from the people that I met, starting with you. Honestly, starting with you in the woods that day with me and my dog. Um, Went from that to getting into treatment to getting my weekly visits with my daughter, um, and taking the taking advantage of the program that they put me in, that they wanted me to get into, right? So I checked myself into this place. It wasn't court ordered or nothing, but CPS recommended it for me to be able to have.
Because you asked CPS, what can you do to get your kid back?
Right. So they took my kid from the NICU initially because my wife unfortunately was um, dirty for drugs whenever she had my daughter. Luckily, it didn't harm my daughter in any way, but that being the case, CPS took my daughter from the NICU whenever she was cleared to leave the hospital. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to live through in my life, watching them drive away with my kid with no heart, no sympathy, no empathy, no nothing. They didn't give a shit. They were just doing their job, and they just were mechanical about it. Just put my kid in their car and just drove off without a goodbye, without a nothing. Like, and that was so hard. So I knew that after that, like, I will do anything I can, and I will do whatever I have to be able to make sure I get her back, and she's going to have me in her life, because no matter what, even if I maybe her, which I do believe I do deserve to have her in my life now. I feel that way. I feel like I've grown and I'm a good person. I love myself enough to know that I do deserve to be happy. But even more so, before that, I knew that she deserved to have a dad, and I didn't want to put her in the system and leave her in a foster care, nothing like that. So me and my wife both took the initiative and got into drug treatment. My wife entered a program called Drug Court, which is like a 12-month program. But luckily, the good thing about it was that she gets to have my daughter in the rehab facility with her where she was at. So it got my daughter out of foster care within 3 days. So as soon as she went up there, my daughter was there 3 days later. It got her out of the system, and my wife's had her with her ever since then. So that's was the first plus for me. But when that happened, it was still 2 months later before I got myself into rehab. Like I said, I was just living in the woods by myself with our dog and just surviving, basically just existing and doing what I had to do. I was still happy and whatever, but it wasn't really planning on. I didn't think this was ever really going to happen. I was in denial, whatever you want to call it. The doctors have been trying to take this thing since June.
Yeah. You had many opinions.
Yeah, I've gone to 5 different hospitals, had 5 different opinions from 5 different specialists, and they all pointed to the same thing. Because call me paranoid or whatever you want to call me, but I definitely went through and made sure that that was pretty much my only option. And they gave me another option. One of them did, and one of them was called a bone fusion. And here's the doctor that did this for me right here. He's Dr. Fox. He's the one that did my amputation. I met him at Seton, and he offered a solution of doing a bone fusion. But the problem with osteomyelitis is that even if they scrape it out and get rid of it all, it's an infection that's in your bone marrow, and there's always a chance that they don't get all of it, and even if they do, it later in my life. And my the bone fusion would have just fused my bones and my ankle together. So I would have not been able to do this anyway, no matter what. It would have just been like a straight foot like this.
Really?
Yeah, no play at
Bone
all.
fusion.
Yeah.
So they just, that's
They
interesting.
basically weld my bones
So there's
together.
no ligaments.
Yeah, they just basically weld my bones together right there, so it's all there.
That doesn't sound very comfortable.
No, it doesn't. And I didn't think it sounded. I was like, how functional would that be as a foot? Really, like if I want to run around with my kid or whatever. Like honestly, it's not, but it's still a solution if you don't want to lose your foot. Because I did have full sensitivity in my foot. I could feel my toes. I could wiggle my toes. I couldn't move my foot like this. My ankle was destroyed. But that's the only problem. It was my ankle right here that was obliterated.
Your foot itself was
My foot was fine.
the
My
ankle.
foot, it was just the ankle itself.
They didn't think about maybe like a robotic ankle.
See, and I think that they might have been able to do something like that if I would have been in money. You know, I had the kind of person that had money.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that what they were saying?
I'm sure that would have been an option, but me being homeless and
The insurance.
and even a drug addict at the time, and I only have MAP insurance, which is homeless medical assistance program they have in Austin. Um, their go-to thing here is going to always be the cheapest option that they can do, and I think that amputation is the cheapest option. But for him to even offer the bone fusion was like, okay, this guy's kind of, he cares. At least he's giving me the option to do what he can give me an option. But whenever he told me about it, I was like, so this stuff goes into remission, and I can get this bone fusion and get adjusted to that, right? But it could be 5, 6, 10 years later, who knows? And that osteomyelitis could flare up again and come back like a cancer, and then it's going to either go farther up my leg, past my knee, and I'll have to get an amputation anyway, and then I lose my knee, or even more so, it can get into my bloodstream and get in my heart and take my life. And so I thought, the logical thing from that point was just to go ahead and let them take my foot now while I'm young enough, at least, and I'm sober and I'm healthy, and let this go with this right now, and that way I can just get my prosthetic and adjust now instead of having to possibly have to adjust to it later, and plus the pain will be gone.
Take it easy, said I had osteomyelitis in my jawbone.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, you know what it is. Osteomyelitis is an infection inside the marrow of your bone, and it's a serious issue. That stuff can take your life, and I'm sure there are, like I said, there are other ways they can do bone scrapings and graftings and whatever they want, but
fusions.
It's a serious issue, and it has to be taken care of because if it gets in your bloodstream, it can kill you.
Jason said, "Hope the best."
I got a good head on my shoulders and everything going on right now. I've got my weekly visits going with my daughter. We're working on all the issues that we have going on, legalities and stuff like that. The one thing I got going for me is not just the positive attitude. I checked myself into my rehab. I've been doing the program. I'm to the T. And I'm not just doing it for the courts. From it, I've learned to trust myself and love myself, and I'm growing as a person.
Peter,
and, yeah,
you're a drug addict.
Was.
In the Narcotics Anonymous, everybody presents themselves. Hello, my name's Peter. I'm an addict.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
And you have two bags to your right here, or to your left.
Right.
And you're not using the full dose on, even though you're an addict.
No. And these aren't something I think you can get addicted to so much. So look, I have these things in my leg. They're called nerve blocks. And what it is these two bags. It's like, these have medicine in them that are like brother of lidocaine, right? It just numbs you. So I have two catheters that come out of this bag, from these bags of medicine, and one of them's going into the top of my leg, feeding the top nerves of my leg, and the other one's going down here into the back of my leg that's blocking the nerves of my sciatic nerve. And it basically what it does is like lidocaine, it makes you numb, and it puts my foot in a constant state of feeling like it's asleep.
And they recommend 10 and 10.
And they had me on 10 and 10, like 10 milliliters an hour, right? And they wanted me to leave it on 10 milliliters an hour because that's the recommendation, because they don't want me to feel the pain, obviously. But the thing about these things is when they run out, they run out. And so this is what they look like. And when this runs out, it'll shrink down and look like an apple core, right? That's what they tell me. This thing should have been gone yesterday, but because of me trying to be who I am and being a stubborn asshole, like I turned their dosage down on them, right? Um, I turned them down to an 8 and a 6 initially, after the second day, and now I have them both at a 4. So
And your goal is to get to
I'm
0.
trying to wean them down to 0, hopefully before they run out. Because my problem is, so if I let them go, so this one's a little lesser. It's got, let's see how it's a little smaller. It's closer to running out. Because they had them on a 10 and an 8, and they were running at different amounts at first, but now they're on the same path. But
Someone said, Jason, I'm right there with you, bro. I got off the methadone and now I'm on subs. So, Peter, have you ever had any experience with trying to win off on hard substances with like replacements?
the first time I really tried to quit a drug was when I was an alcoholic. 11 and a half years ago was the last time I had a drink. But what I did with that, and that's how I knew I was an addict, not just an alcoholic. I replaced alcohol with methamphetamines, and I've been smoking methamphetamines almost ever since. And then I've gotten so down into the dumps at one point, like when I got shot, I was smoking crack, weed, meth, everything, and it didn't matter what it was at that time. I would do whatever. Um, but no, I've never tried to wean myself off of the substance with anything else. I've always just replaced it. So it's always been kind of like one extreme or the other. One thing I have going for me is that I've never been addicted to opiates or opioids. I've never done heroin in my life. I have had other surgeries. I had a inguinal hernia surgery back in 2023. They gave me OxyContin, and I never finished the script. I'm not big, but I had another drug in my system. I was smoking meth still at the time, so it really didn't matter because I was self medicating. And then when I got shot initially, they gave me oxycodone, but again, I was smoking meth at the time, so I didn't really care about the script, and I just saw it as an opportunity to make money. I sold the pills and bought more meth. You know what I mean? So it was really like, whatever. Um,
Gambling at all?
you know, just not giving a fuck. You know, honestly, I didn't care. I was ready. Like I said, I was close to this. I'm grateful to God that I never went through with it. But this time, what I do, I'm glad I was able to recognize this and think about it before I came into this operation. I knew the operation was coming. I knew this was going to happen at least a month in advance because we scheduled it out, and I knew it was coming. It was one of those things that, like, okay, they've been trying to do it and they've been talking about it, but I didn't believe it was actually ever going to come. It didn't feel like it was actually ever going to happen until shit. It was like, damn, tomorrow. This is my last day with my leg, and I went walking around as much as I could and doing what I could because fuck, it's the last day with my foot. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna just sit in that rehab, whatever, and do that. But it got here really fucking fast, man. It got really fast, and I was really scared. But going into this treatment, knowing it was happening, I started thinking about what can I do to get rid of the fears that I have going into this. My first initial fear was just straight up losing my foot. Like, oh my God, my life's going to be over. It's going to be hopeless. I'm not going to be able to do shit because all the other people I know with amputations are like drug addicts and heroin users, and they're just always just like down and depressed and woe is me and have no ambition and nothing like that. And I didn't want to be that person. But I seen people like on TV that have these prosthetics that are out running trails and hiking and doing stuff like that and living their life. And like one good thing about Dr. Fox,
And they can hoop.
oh, I've
You seen them
it.
playing basketball?
I've seen them doing everything, man. I've seen them doing a lot of
And
stuff.
I heard they go crazy in the Stomp Down ministry.
Oh yeah, look, he wants me to join that one. I told him he stomp down. I'll stomp down. But
we're stomping everybody down.
one good thing about Dr. Fox, what he did with me was when we went ahead, when I gave him the go ahead to start my surgery or schedule it, he set me up with a dude named Mike Garza, and he is a dude that he was like me. He was a homeless man, drug addict, and he had a bad, messed up leg, and he was homeless. And some 10-year-old kid seen him on the streets or whatever, and went and called the news stations on him. Where this is the story I got from him. And the news van showed up out there with their cameras and all that shit and interviewed him. And this guy was like, "Whoa, no, not me. I'm not the person. You know, what I mean, I'm not this person, bro. Like, I'm not. You know, he's not a good person." And that's the way I felt about myself a lot. I'm not. I don't deserve happiness. I don't deserve to be successful, or you know, what I mean, I didn't. I felt like I was such a bad person that I didn't deserve that stuff. I know better now, but what he told me was, is they got him a prosthetic leg, and that's the guy that came to see me because I told Dr. Fox I need somebody that I've been hearing theoretically what to expect whenever I lose my foot from these doctors that have both of their feet. And to me, I'm the type of person that I'm not going to listen to somebody teach me about something they have no experience in. So what I did was reach out for somebody that does have that experience. And so Dr. Fox set me up with Mike Garza. He works for OP Solutions, which is the prosthetic company around here. And he came and met with me at the rehab I was at. He was wearing shorts, sporting his prosthetic leg. You know what I mean? He had his right leg amputated, the same amputation as me.
Same way. So where is it amputated? To your knee?
Um, I have my knee, so it's probably amputated about right here.
Gotcha.
But I'm sure it will
So
shrink.
your prosthetic leg will fit right good in your knee, so you'll
That's
be
the
able to run still.
Yeah, I should be able to do everything still, and that's why this guy gave me a lot of hope. He changed my whole perspective and my outlook on what's going to happen, right? Because he came and visited with me, and he was like, "Look, it's not the end of the life. It's not the end of the world. You still have a life to live after this. It's not the end of the world, man." And he showed me videos of him roller skating with his daughter with the prosthetic on. Told me about going hiking on in mountains in Colorado the week prior to coming to see me. Showed me how easy it was to put it on and take it off, so simple, and showed me how much it didn't hurt him. You know what I mean? And one thing that helped me a lot, besides just his positive attitude and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Resonating with me, um, that he promised me that no matter what, that he works for that prosthetic company. That even though I don't have proper insurance, nothing like that, he said he's going to make sure that I get a foot. You know, and that right there was like, just a breath of fresh air. That was a burden off my shoulders because I've seen people that just have their amputations and they don't have a prosthetic. There's even another guy in my rehab facility that has the same amputation as me with a prosthetic. Even though he's looking like he's having a really rough time of it, I asked him how long it was before he got his leg, and he was like, it was over a year. And I'm like, no, that ain't happening with me, bro. I can't be down like that. You know what I mean? I will survive it if I have to, but I'm not down with that. So I make sure I'm trying to do what I can to, get this
How
stuff
much
set
are
up.
prosthetic legs?
The one that Mike came and showed me was it was a carbon fiber leg with titanium, and he said his was about a $30,000 leg.
$30,000
Yeah,
leg.
and he's like, I'm not gonna be able to get you one $30,000 leg, man. But he's like, I'll get you a $10,000 leg though. You know what I mean? So the leg I got coming is gonna be about a $10,000 leg, all graced and given to me by the grace and by people like you out there that donate and are helping people like me. Um, and it wouldn't be possible without charitable organizations like that help me. And the company that he works for is called OP Solutions. If you want to look it up and maybe contribute to the cause, because it's a very good cause.
I'd like to. I'd like to be able to talk to them. I'd like to be able to follow your journey with them.
I mean, I would love for you to follow my journey. Like I said, we had this plan from the beginning. Like I wanted, we couldn't make the 4-step process like we wanted to, but it's okay. You know what I mean? You just get what you get. And no matter what, I want my goal is still to help other people like Mike helped me, and just let them know that, hey, man,
Peter, you're a map for the next 1,000 years for people that get their left foot amputated.
If I can be a map for the next one person, then it's worth it to me, because the amount of relief that I got from that guy coming and having a 30-minute visit with me and letting me know that it's not the end of the world, like that changed my whole perspective on what my life is going to be, and let me have hope and faith and like that I'm going to be okay, and my daughter's going to have an active positive father in her life. I'm not going to be, you know what I mean? I got that 30 minutes of that man's time saved my life. 30 fucking minutes. That is crazy. So if I can do this with you and like one person is going through something similar, bro, it was worth it. That's all I want to do. It feels good. It's very emotional, but it's not sad. I'm not sad about it. I really want to help other people because that man changed my life.
Peter,
Big shout out to Mike Garza. Thank you, bro.
W. Mike Garza, man, getting a $10,000 leg. WOPC Solutions. Peter, what is it like now being a man that can look himself in the mirror?
It's unfamiliar. I don't recognize that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because I'm not the person I used to be. Like the kid that I was, the good kid, compared to the guy that I was as a drug addict and a piece of shit. Uh, that mirror is flipped again. So I'm not that piece of shit no more. And but I at the same time don't recognize myself because it's a strange feeling to know that I'm doing the right thing, and it's weird to be able to like myself, man. I've gone so long hating myself and not like myself, and just you know, I'm my biggest hater. I'm my biggest hater, and there's no doubt about it. But it feels super weird to actually genuinely change and realize that, bro, you're a good person, man, and you deserve to be happy, bro. You just, you know what I mean? If you do the steps, you do the work, you fucking work on your recovery, you pay it forward, you work your steps, no matter what, no matter what. Helping somebody has always helped me, bro. And I've helped people in my life. That's one of the problems I've always had because I don't know what to do with my crazy dysfunctional life. That I've always put a lot of people before me, and like doesn't matter if I can help somebody else. That makes me feel good because I don't know what to do to help myself. But now, man, 2 months ago, bro, 2 months I've been in that rehab program, and my
Sarah said, God bless you. Keep loving yourself.
thank you, Sarah.
You deserve to be happy.
Thank you so much. I believe it. The 2 months I've been in rehab, like I said, the first 2.5 months I wasn't working on recovery. I was just staying sober and thought that's all I needed to do. If you watch my first video I have with him, it's three doctors' opinions on amputation on YouTube. That was 3 months ago, a little over 3 months ago now. Um, I talked a big game, and I looked happy and all that stuff, and I was, but I wasn't truly happy. I was just content with being sober, and that was it. You know what I mean? I was still mad about CPS, and I haven't been able to see my daughter and all that stuff. But the person that I am now is truly, genuinely happier than I've been in a long, long time. I don't remember the last time I've been this happy and comfortable with myself. I can sit here by myself in this room,
Yeah.
and be completely content. TV's off, phone's put down. I can read my book
That's interesting.
and just relax.
But it started with delusional happiness.
And what do you mean by that?
Think about this. You were in the woods with Merlin alone with a foot that was, every time you moved an inch left, right, forward, back, you were in
Laying
excruciating
down,
pain.
not moving, it hurt all the time. Yeah, it definitely hurt. But I'm
But
so
you were delusionally happy, and that's what it took. Mindset, Peter. Delusional. Delusional, brother, is a blessing.
maybe.
Delusional mindset of happiness in the woods all alone with Merlin.
And it wasn't.
And you got active. You made the steps necessary because you had that delusional mindset, which is why you're here today, still alive.
Well, and there may be some merit to that. It wasn't all delusion though. I was genuinely happier than I had been just being sober and knowing that I'm doing the right thing. I was happy about that, but I was in a lot of pain, and that wasn't just physically. I was in a lot of emotional pain, having my wife and daughter taken from me. I couldn't see them because they were in Dallas in rehab, going through the shit with CPS. But that's why I had Merlin. You know, Merlin was my pup. That dog helped me, motivated me to get up and move around and not be fucking stagnant and sit still and just let myself rot away in those woods. Uh, I had to take care of him. So, you know what I mean? That helped me take care of myself. But it came with a lot of pain and a lot of misery. And I was right, I wasn't being able to ride a bike or a bus then. I had my bicycle.
Peter, Babu said, "Oh, this poor man."
Uh, Thank you, Baboon. But I was a poor man. I'd say I was a poor man, but I'd say I'm very blessed now and I'm very happy with myself. But thank you so much. I really do feel a lot better about myself and the way things are going in my life.
You're not looking for, an emotional handout.
No,
You're
absolutely
looking
not.
for a handout.
I'm looking for a hand up, but I'll take it. But I'm looking to hopefully pull somebody up on this journey with me. I don't want to go up by myself. If I can pull anyone up with me, then come on. You know what I mean? That's my goal. Like I said, I want to help other people that may be going through something similar to this, and I want them to know that their life's not over. And if I can do this, someone that's poor, broke, homeless, jobless, you know, handicapped, can't work, couldn't do shit, didn't have nothing going for me, had nothing. I had nothing. And look where I'm at. Like, I'm in the hospital, of course, but I'm doing the shit that I need to do to make my life better and give my daughter a chance with her dad.
What's the next step from here? How do you move forward?
The next step from here is I got people that are working on it right now. So because the rehab facility that I was at had to not kick me out per se, but they had to make the bed that I was in available to somebody else because they didn't have the staff medically to be able to take care of me there with this happening. I need to have round the clock care right now in the beginning, and they needed the bed opened or whatever. And you know, at first I was really mad about it. I felt like y'all telling me y'all's bed is more important than my life, and this is not just some bullshit reason. This is a true matter of life and death because if I don't get it taken care of, it can take my life. Um, but luckily, I've had that self growth and I've been able to control my anger and I'm not lashing out and going crazy. I talked to the person that was higher up. So what they're doing is they got in touch with somebody named Laura. She works for something called Central Health, and it's a respite fucking medical center for people like me that have round the clock care and doctors that can help me be there until I'm actually able to leave and be self sufficient. They were ready for me to leave on Friday, the day after my surgery. I was already up and moving around and using my walker and
The
you know
day after your amputation, you
yeah, the
were
next
up
day
moving.
I was ready and cleared to leave. If I had a house to go to, I could have went home. But because I didn't, you know, they luckily weren't kicking me out.
There's definitely no chance you should go out into the streets like this.
No, I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons I went through with it. And then I asked them that before the operation because I was like, I'm not going to do that. Because I know enough people also that have had an accident and had their foot amputated right here and it got infected with MRSA or whatever you want to call it, whatever it may be. And before they ended up catching it, it was above their knee. And that's a whole nother ball game right there. And my prayers go out to people that like that because that's a whole different game.
It's a whole different leg. It's all
I
you
mean,
can't. You don't have
if
your
you don't
knee.
have that knee, like
Yeah,
that's one reason why I feel like I'm blessed and I'm glad I
that
took care of it when I
knee.
did because I have that
If it
motion.
would have moved up past your knee,
It changes everything. You either have a stiff leg that's straight and you just like waddle like
wow. Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
or you have like I knew a guy named Sean Clark. He had a mobile knee. His knee bent,
Okay.
but like it would have to swing it. Like he'd step up and swing it forward. He didn't have like he had no control of it.
That's interesting.
But
So he used gravity.
sure, he used momentum is what he used.
Right.
And he would just kind of kick it forward, and it would, you know, he did like that. He did pretty good, and he had a pretty good attitude about himself. But other than that, I could tell it was definitely troublesome for him. Every time he took a shower, he had to use a chair and take the leg off and all that shit. It was a lot
It's
of
life
trouble.
changing. You were able to keep your knee, and now you can take your ministry to people that, man, they may well need it the most.
That's what I'm hoping for. Like I said, that's my main goal. Besides that, I mean, I do uh, appreciate anyone that can help me out with what I got going on and trying to help me start my foundation for my family and our, you know, what we got going on.
Do you have like a GoFundMe set up or something?
I do have a GoFundMe set up. I just set it up recently. I don't really know how to work it or do it, but I do have one. Um, but yeah, I don't really know how to operate it or anything like that. I'm not like computer savvy or nothing like that. So I'm surprised I was able to even get it set up, but I do have one set up. I don't even remember what it's called. It's just Peter Purius, I think.
I think we should put the link in the pinned comment.
Okay. Do you know how to do that?
I the one of the moderators would have to do that,
Okay.
but I don't even know how to send a link to one of the moderators. Hey Daryl, is it okay? Tell you what, let email you.
Okay.
What's your email?
Okay. My email is basically peterjoseph88 at gmail.com, but the E's are threes and the O in Joseph is a zero. So it'd be P3T3R J0S3PH88 at gmail.com.
Okay, come in.
Yeah, you can come in. How's it going, bud?
What up, man? We just going
Gotcha.
live right now.
Oh man.
What's up to the YouTube chat?
What's up, chat?
Have a good day, brother. Yeah, W room service, man. W room
Yeah.
service.
They've all been really cool with me here, man.
So what did they cook up for you?
Let's see what they got right now. We got looks like Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, I don't know what that is. Brussels sprouts in a roll.
Yeah. But somebody was able to lend you not a bad view.
Yeah, I definitely was blessed with that. It's nice to be able to look out there and see.
Look at that, guys. I mean, it's nice to be able to see the bright side of things, right?
I mean, yeah, you got to enjoy the little things for sure.
And that's
Uh,
what I was talking about. Don't ever underestimate that one small thing.
oh, I don't anymore. I definitely don't. I can definitely look for the good in anything. Even this, I've learned to I've learned to trust that things happen the way they happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes, even like say I miss a bus that I needed to catch, maybe I missed that bus because something, it was God's intentions because something else could have happened if I would have got on that bus, and then He prevented it happening because I didn't need to be on there. You never know what happens, and it's beyond my reason. I've seen too many times where people hear about 1 second earlier, or they would have been 1 second slower, they wouldn't have gotten that fatal car crash, or you know what I mean. So I've learned to take things gracefully as I can and just understand that not everything's in my power and it can't be my way. Um, but I do know that I can control myself, and that's why I take the Serenity Prayer really, really serious.
What is the Serenity Prayer?
Serenity Prayer is God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Amen.
Amen.
Daryl, what was the email again?
It was P3TRJ0S3PH88 at gmail.com.
Okay, Daryl, if you could email him that way, if you want to give me the phone, uh, when Daryl emails you, I can open it up and then I can email him your GoFundMe link. That way, I can post it in the chat, and if you so that way I can pin it in the chat. That way, when people come in here 12 hours later, when we do this, overnight stream,
Yeah.
uh, that they can see the GoFundMe and they can look at it. And guys, if you guys can't donate, please just share it, because that's really how these really GoFundMes can blow up, is just sharing them.
Yeah.
Sharing GoFundMe can be it could be worth more than the donation itself, right?
Yeah, because you never know who you're going to hit.
Or who sees it.
Yeah.
And you actually, man, the reason why I feel like, because you would use the funds righteously, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not trying to do anything, shady or false with my shit. I need everything I can get. I need a vehicle. That would be a life changer right there. Just any vehicle would be life changing in itself to be able to get around to doctor's appointments and whatever I need to do. Take my doctor to her doctor's appointments and daycare and whatever I can do. I mean, a vehicle would be like extremely helpful. It would change my life for sure. That's number one priority. Anything after that would go towards maybe an apartment or a place to stay or housing, or anything of that nature. But as of now, my main focus would be great if I could just get some kind of a vehicle, and that would be awesome
Because after this, they don't know where they're going to put you, and you just got denied for where they thought that you were going to get put.
I didn't denied. I just got from the place I thought I was going to be able to stay, and so over the weekend everything's kind of shut down. So in the word and put like talking and getting everything in order to try to get me into this place called Central Health, and we'll see how that goes. But I have a good feeling advocating for me that are high up and close by to them. I think that I got a pretty good chance of getting in there. There's no reason for them not to accept me. Uh, I'm being as close to a model citizen as I could possibly imagine. I never would have thought I'd been like this. You know what I mean? But I got good people in my corner, and I feel good about it.
Hey, Daryl, did you get the email? Okay, this is Daryl. Okay, perfect. I see your email now. I'm applying with the link to his GoFundMe. If you could type out Peter's GoFundMe, that way I can actually pin it. If you just pin the link, then I can't pin it. All right, we're sending the GoFundMe to you right now, Daryl. It should be coming through pretty soon. That way, Peter, I can post it. Peter, what would you say if I told you I'm spending the night here?
I would say, come on with it. I welcome it.
Really?
Absolutely, absolutely. I love company, man, and like I said, this is people like you coming here to visit me, man, and having just something to distract me. My foot hurts significantly less when I'm focused on something else. When I'm sitting here by myself, as much as that piece I can be by myself, I still find it hard not to sit here and focus on the leg and focus on the pain. But this completely distracts me from the situation. Um, Plus, it just makes me feel like there's people out there that care. You know what I mean? And definitely, you're welcome. Stay here. There's a fold out chair right here. I can get extra blankets and
What
room servicing up to you.
that
You
nurse
can
said.
lay on the floor. It doesn't matter where you want to be.
That nurse said they could bring a cot in here.
Yeah, probably so.
It might be better than when I slept last night.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be. You know what I mean?
Guys, one thing I really like about this hospital is that it's a private hospital. So this hospital actually involves himself highly with God,
Yeah.
and that really changes here, doesn't it?
Well, another thing that helps me out here, it's like we discussed yesterday. I was born in this hospital 37 years ago.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you were born in this
I
hospital
was
37
I
years
was
ago.
born here 37 years ago. My twins were born here 14 years ago, and now that I'm here, giving this foot back, I'm coming out like we said. We come. I'm being reborn again from the same place, and it's kind of like pretty extreme. It's pretty cool to know that. You know what I mean? I'm
Can you open your phone one more time?
absolutely
He said the link is too big for the chat. I have to find a different link.
okay.
Daryl,
Yeah.
let me find a different link on there.
So this rebirth is kind of it's kind of cool. You know what I mean? I'm definitely coming out of here a changed person. So I think this is the right one, and it all. I think that things aren't things are only coincidental until they're mathematically impossible to be so, and then by then it's just you know divine intervention if you want to call it.
Daryl, at the bottom of that long-winded message is the link. All you have to do is type that link in at the bottom. You don't have to send all that. That's just GoFundMe sending their, whatever they say, to help out people that don't have the template. So instead of just sending the link, GoFundMe basically types out an entire different thing of why you sent the link
Oh yeah.
to help your chances of, getting a donation. So Daryl, if you want to just take the link at the bottom of that the transcript, that link is very small. It should fit. It should render very well in the chat. Peter, do you get phantom foot?
Oh yeah. That's one of the weirdest things that I didn't think that it was true. Really, I mean, I've heard people talk about it all the time, but when I met with that dude Mike, I asked him about it. That's one of the things I brought up with him. I was like, "Do you get phantom limb pain or itches or anything like that?" And he was like, "Yeah, but you get used to it." So the very first day after my surgery, I started experiencing it immediately. On the foot that's gone now, I felt my foot itching right here at one point, and then later on, a very specific itch right here on the tip of this toe between my pinky and middle toe, right there on that foot. Like that is insane to me. Like you would think that's not real, that can't happen, but it is absolutely 100% true. And I've had many, many itches since then, and many different like cramps in my foot that's not there.
Daryl, I can't pen just a link. If you could type, please, Peter's GoFundMe, and then post the link. That way I can actually tap on it and pin it. I cannot just pin a link. That's why we had problems. I don't have, no, that's fine. I can pin it. It just needs to be typed first. Peter's GoFundMe. I swear I'm not talking to myself right now. You're like looking at me like I'm talking to myself. I'm like I'm really trying to talk to these people in the chat. Does he have a TV, cell phone?
What?
Do you have a TV?
A Tiffy?
TV? All right, man. TV.
No, I don't have anything. I don't have anything like
Well,
that.
in the room.
Oh yeah, I do have a TV in the room. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I do. I don't never hardly use it though. It's up there. But yeah, I don't. I'd rather look out the window or read my book. You know what I mean?
Perfect. All right, I got it pinned. W. Daryl Calhoun. Thank you. W moderator, man. Thank you so much. That's how these links have to be, Daryl, because that's the way the AI or I mean I don't even know that's how YouTube software keeps it clean. What book is he reading?
Right now, I'm reading one. It's a fantasy book by Brandon Sanderson. It's called "The Final Empire." I had in the rehab facility where I was at, so but it's a pretty good book so far. It's just something that's different of this. It's not of this world, so it's kind of cool. I like to read stuff like that instead of everything that's I don't like crime dramas, mysteries, anything like that.
Your
Murder
phone.
mysteries.
Can you open it?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go. Okay, that was my friend John. He said he'll put it in his Facebook. My link for that too.
W. John. See, that's if you guys, if
Thank
you could just,
John.
if you could take this link and just share it all over your Facebook, that would be ideal. Peter, what would you need funds for realistically? Like, if you had, people donate to you in your current circumstance.
I said right now, the very first thing that I would go for is a vehicle. Um, that would, I mean, especially now, no matter what. I know I understand I'll eventually be able to walk again, but buses, that just seems like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would do it, but I'd rather not have to. So a vehicle would be the number one thing that I'd go for right now. Other than that, I probably spend some money on a good daycare for my daughter, so my wife can go to her IOPs and stuff like that, and have a good daycare that I trust, not just some random one that accepts these. Uh, let's see, like I don't know how to explain it, like Medicaid or whatever like that. They have fundraising and like certain daycares that they can use that are through the city, uh, that they can use, and I don't. There are a lot of them are like in-house daycares. Like I just I my daughter's like you know precious to me, and I don't want to just let her be in any random ass daycare uh, ever because I've seen too many stories and heard too many stories about daycares that abuse children and like not. I'm not trying to go back to prison, bro. But if anyone hurt my daughter, I would be going back pretty quick, no doubt about it. So I just want there to be something good for her and something that me and my wife can both trust and agree on, and not have to worry about. Other than that, just anything I can get that's going to help my life in a positive manner right now. I mean, anything else medical wise, they might try to charge me right now. I'm okay, but I don't know if it's going to, if they're going to make me pay any kind of money for the prosthetic. The guy promised I'd get one, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be a bill with it afterwards. I don't really know.
Yeah, like it could be with like financing or something.
I think on the end of it, um, and I don't want to owe a big debt on that. But I mean,
But you got to get your leg.
but
man.
if I get my leg, I mean,
That's
it
your
don't matter.
spirit.
Yeah.
Like that's
Well,
that's
even though you
confidence.
see my spirit, I'm here and I'm happy without it.
Right.
And I would be this way no matter what for the rest of my life if I had to stay this way because I know that I'm not going to die from this bullshit. You know what I mean? It's gone. The pain's going to be gone. Whatever pain I have now is going to be gone. That's why I'm so happy with it now because it's temporary. The pain that I had been dealing with for the last year and a half was going nowhere. That stuff was there. It was only getting worse. And it was just ridiculous that I've dealt with it for that long and knowing that here I am 4 days later, I'm in less pain than I had been in the last year and a half. And it's only going to get better. So I just feel foolish for letting it drag on this long. But I just, I'm stubborn and I didn't want to lose my foot. But ended up happening anyway. So it is what it is. Um, but other than that, I don't really know what I'd go for because, like I said, I never really even imagined that this would happen right here. I knew that we talked about doing the story, but I wasn't really trying to go this far into it and trying to get funds like this for it. But I'm super happy to accept them if people want to help me. But an apartment would probably be my last step, my next step. Getting some kind of camper, maybe even a camper would be better, an RV or something I could pull behind a car, or what I mean, and be able to maybe travel a little bit and move around. Um, but also, I want to start going to some kind of whatever school I got to do to try and be a skydiving instructor. I know that seems kind of
So you want to be the first
the first that I know of anyway, amputee skydiving instructor. And yeah, it seems pretty big and optimistic, maybe, but I've learned now that I should start to trace my dreams. I never really knew what I never really had dreams as a kid. Uh, Never knew what I wanted to be. Didn't have any ambition to do anything. I just was whatever. You know what I mean? I did work. I've worked construction my whole life, but this is the first time I've sat down and reflected on myself and just thought about what would really make me happy. And if I could do that as a job, if I can be a skydiving instructor, then I wouldn't be working for my life. I would be doing what I enjoy and getting paid for it. So to me, that's life. That's living. That's not just existing and being stuck in this system of, working a job that you hate and you're miserable. I don't want to be that person. I want to be happy. I want my daughter to be happy. I want my wife to be happy. And I want us to, and if I'm happy and doing what I love, then that's just going to carry over and we're all going to be the same way. Um, and yeah, that may be a little bit optimistic, a little bit ambitious, but I don't even know what kind of money they make. I mean, I have no idea. I've never even jumped out of a plane myself. I've never done it, but I just know that I'll love it.
You never went skydiving?
Never. No, I've been bungee jumping. I've done other extreme stuff like that. Cliff jumping, rope swings,
BMX.
stuff like that. BMX. I did BMX.
Yeah, I
for a
bet
long
you
time.
got a lot of air BMX.
Yeah, I've done a lot of BMX.
That's basically skydiving.
I rode the track down there when they did when what was it? The X Games came to the F1 track. I rode the BMX track down there, part of the build, and helped them, do stuff down there, building the ramps and forming and shit. And I got to ride them. I wasn't in any contest or nothing like that, but I got to ride the trail, ride the rides, jump the jumps.
Someone said this link, the pin takes you to the main page, at least for me. What's the main page? Doesn't the main page get you to his GoFundMe? Someone do a super chat. Don't get mad at me because I got a leg up on you. Someone said a pit bull ate your leg.
Actually, I've never been bit by a dog in my life. No, the doctors took my leg. Now a pit bull might be eating it now. I don't know where it's at. Who knows what they did with it after they cut it off. But you probably got a leg up on me, but don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate me, bro.
Don't let it underestimate you. Don't ever underestimate your opponent.
I'm pretty quick, bro.
You're gonna get that $30,000 foot.
No, I'm not going for the $30,000 foot.
I don't care what you're going for.
I mean, if I get it, it's cool, whatever. But if I can work with the $10,000, I'm super grateful for that. I don't care if I get a peg leg. That would leave. I would.
He said a peg leg.
I mean, it's something that is like if I can walk around.
That low key would be crazy though if you got dirty with the peg leg on like a grass field.
Yeah.
Because that grass would dig a peg leg.
The peg leg would dig into the grass.
Which, sure.
And then I'd get stuck, and I'd probably take a step and it'd pull my nub right out of the freaking pocket of the prosthetic or peg leg, and then I'd just fall. So that doesn't sound very fun. But
I like how you're thinking it all out though. You've already thought about all this.
I'm an overthinker. I've always been that way. So yeah, I try to process everything like that. And I try to weigh the pros and the cons and what I can't afford to be careless anymore. You know what I mean? This is what carelessness has got me, and I don't want this. I don't need this anymore. I don't need anything else to happen like this. And it's not just me that I need to be prepared for. It's my wife and my daughter. They deserve to have a future and a life with me. And if I'm doing stupid, careless shit, not thinking my life or process out, then what chances do they have? You know what I mean? I want to make sure that my daughter has a better upbringing than me and my wife had.
Mike Heller said, "Yo, brother, I have a good friend who lost his leg up a little higher than you have from. It appears he is a beast. If you rode BMX and decent, you are likely pretty athletic. You got this."
Right. And thank you for that. I agree. And like I told you, we were discussing with the nurses that I was racing yesterday down the hallway on my crutches, asking them if my recovery seemed a little bit different. Like I feel like I'm having a very speedy recovery. I feel good. I'm out moving around. I'm self-sufficient already. I'm just like, I don't need them here to help me walk me. They try to put this little lap belt on me around my waist to hold me while I'm going around, but they don't do that shit no more. They know better. But I am healthy for the most part. I'm 37 years old. I have been pretty athletic my whole life. Getting shot slowed me the fuck down, though. Let me tell you that. And I've gotten a little bit sloppy over the last year and a half. But I one key point is that I'm sober now too, so I'm healthy. I'm not diabetic, but yeah, my health and recovery is gonna be good. What's up?
They're really curious, the new people in here, how you lost your leg.
Okay, long story short, I got shot by a family member, a cousin of mine, back in August of 2024 with a 357 Magnum hollow point in my right here in my left foot. Came right in the top of my foot right here. Um,
When you were wearing boots.
I was wearing cowboy boots. It was a Magnum hollow point round.
So it affected the physics of how it hit you.
Yeah, it came in super wide instead of being my foot being the first thing to contact. And if that would have been the case, it would have blew my foot off completely. But because I had those leather cowboy boots on, the bullet spread out before it went into my foot, and it caused a wide entry point, and which made it just like a pancake, like just getting put into a crusher, and it just pulverized my bone. Just it made it dust. If you looked at it on the X-ray, it looked like someone took my bone and stuck it in a mortar and pestle and just grinded it into dust. It looked like nothing. There was nothing to it. Um, so that happened, like I said, about a year and a half ago. And then over time, so in about June of 2024, 25, June of last year, I got cellulitis in that ankle. And then that turned into osteomyelitis in the bone marrow of my bone. And so in order to save my life more on my leg and not let it hurt me more, I had to go ahead and let the doctors do what they did, and they had to amputate my foot. It's for my life. So it was for my leg, and that's, let me tell you, about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, it would have been a hard decision, and it had been a hard decision up until I had my daughter. So now it's pretty damn easy choice. My life's completely flipped around in the last 5 months in ways that I couldn't have even imagined possible. So yeah, gunshot wound, 357 Magnum hollow point, developed osteomyelitis in my bone. It was this in life. So pretty simple choice.
Wow, Peter. A lot of people would feel humiliated and to do an interview like this or show people, thousands of people, uh, your current circumstance because you're so vulnerable. But you do that specifically to inspire.
I hope so. Like I said, that dude that came and seen me, I didn't know that guy from Adam. I didn't know him at all. He was just somebody that was referred to me by the surgeon that was going to cut my foot off. He sent him to me as a prosthetic, not a prosthetic, an amputee coach. And he showed me that life's not over after that, man. He gave me hope. And that one man spent 30 minutes with me, man, and changed my life. So
This chat is stupid, man. They said, let's play footsies.
yeah, what's up? Hey, one thing that's also true about it, bro, it's still, my brain hasn't really registered that it's gone all the way yet. So like, this foot will start itching right here, right? Not the one that's gone. That one does itch too, but this one will start itching when I'm laying down and I'm like, I reach over to go scratch it with the toes of my other foot and it's not there anymore. I'm just like, I gotta get up and get it. Like, or when I'm crutching down the hallway or going to the bathroom, I hold my leg back like this so my foot doesn't drag the ground because I feel like my foot's still there in my head. But I could hold it straight and it's never gonna touch the ground no matter what. You know what I mean? It's gone. It's not there, but we can play footsies if you want to. But chances are you're gonna have 2 against my 1, and that's all right.
Dude, you keep a really good humor about it at the same time because you're a comedian. You plan to be a comedian with this Mike Garza guy.
Now that's not something I planned. Okay, that was just spur of the moment, something like that. Mike Garza is the one that came and saw me. He's the amputee coach I have. He's the one that helped me. But when I got in here and this happened, I let him know that it was done. The procedure was done. And he told me, bro, just the hard part's over. He said, you just sit back and heal. I'll take care of the rest. And I asked him what was up, what he's been doing. And he sent me a picture of him being at a San Antonio comedy club. And he's sitting down in a stool like this. He's got his prosthetic leg off and he's like crossing his leg like this. And it's just the amputee right here, the nub. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's cool as hell, bro. You're out there doing that shit. I was like, when did you do that? Send me the video so I can watch it. He was like, I just did it last week. I'm still putting together the video, but as soon as I do, I got you. And I was like, shit, man. I have a pretty humorous personality, I guess, and I tend to make people laugh. I don't, you know what I mean? I was like, maybe we should do some kind of bit and get up there together and just be, you know what I mean, whatever, you know, we just 2 amputees up on stage just fucking kicking it back and laughing, you know what I mean? Make people laugh. That'd be cool. You know what I mean? It'd probably be a little bit scary because I've never been on kind of stage like that and have like
You could do so many different things. You could
like
do
even right now. I don't know how many people are watching me, guys, but it doesn't seem real to me because I'm looking
right
at
now. There's 144.
yeah. Well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good crowd. I've never had that many people sitting in front of me talking. So, but it's doesn't seem real to me because I'm looking at a phone and I'm looking at Caleb. I can't see y'all guys, so uh, I imagine it's a whole different rush or a whole different feeling when you're sitting in front of a crowd of 400 people that came to see you and watch you make them laugh. You know what I mean? So
It's different, but yeah,
I
for
asked
sure.
him what that's
The
like.
pressure is on.
I asked him if it's scary, and he's like, "Yeah, it's fucking scary." But
800 eyes.
he's like, "But the rush is amazing. Like the rush is undescribable. Whenever if you're up there and you succeed a little bit, like it's awesome." So yeah,
How's the hospital? Do they treat you well here?
they do treat me well. They're very nice people. I want to say a lot of it has to do with my personality too. If I was miserable, I could make them just not like me just as much. But I try to bring a smile out of everybody that I can.
And they reflect that onto you.
Yeah, well, I know when I used to work, I know that one negative Nancy, one person coming to the job site negative and being like, just negative it's contagious and it affects the whole crew and affects the whole day. So it's no good. You know what I mean? So I could sit here and be miserable and be angry and be, whatever, but what good does that do anybody? Especially myself. It's just gonna make me look. I'm done hating myself. I'm done feeling bad about myself. I love myself and I know that I'm moving forward and I'm happy and I know it's going in the right direction. And I'm not going to sit here and what's there to be sad about that? I mean, yeah, my foot's gone, but the pain's gone. You know what I mean? My life's not going to be taken from it. So what reason is there to be grumpy and angry? And then people are coming here, they're doing their jobs, they're taking care of me. You know what I mean? They're coming in dumping my fucking piss pot whenever I got it. It's embarrassing as fuck. I got to piss in this thing without their help. Uh, but they're coming and do it. I have no right to be mad or angry and treat them any kind of way. So they've been very fucking helpful, very friendly. So I have no complaints about this place. Seton, Maine. W to Seton, Maine staff. Y'all are good.
WC and main staff. But like you said, a lot of it's reflection.
Yeah, and like the nurse said the other day, a lot of it's mental. It's in your head. It's your mindset. And I know.
Is there phantom pain?
Yeah, there is. Like I had a cramp in my foot last night, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
What do you do in that case?
You do nothing. What can you do? You know what I mean? There's just nothing you can do.
But there's nothing there.
The thing about it is,
that's so weird.
I know, and it
I can't grab my mind around
that. It seems fake and bullshit, but it's so totally true. So when I get those,
that just proves to you, Peter, it's mind over matter. The material world only goes so far, and it only is so powerful.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I know about it, so if you think about it, just because my foot's gone, the nerves and the receptors that go to my brain that used to go to my foot, they're still in there. So whatever's going on with the healing in here, it's all probably hot from being fresh cut and surgical, and there's stitches in there, and whatever's going on in there, it's affecting those nerves that are in there. They're still in there. So they tell my brain that, hey, this itches, this hurts, this, you know what I mean? So it's still there. The nerves aren't gone. My sciatic nerve and all that's still there that goes all the way to my foot. So just because the foot's gone doesn't mean that the nerve endings are gone and that stuff like that. So it makes sense that it's still there. But what I've heard from Mike that it doesn't, it goes away over time. And what I've experienced so far, when they do come up, they don't last long. You know what I mean? So it'll go away pretty quick. There's nothing I can do about it. And I guess I can tell myself that maybe that's why it don't last long, because I know there's nothing I can do. But it does happen, and it is absolutely real. And it's super weird. But it's interesting, though, at the same time. It's pretty cool that it happens. It's like, what?
What's a phantom? How do you describe that? Guys, what's the definition of phantom?
Phantom is just like a ghost pain. Like it's ghost. Like it's something that's not there. So you feel it like it's there, but it's not there. So like it feels, when I'm laying here a lot of times, or when I'm crutching down the hall, it doesn't feel like my foot's gone. And my brain doesn't register that it's gone because it feels like it's still there. It doesn't feel any different. Like it's like, but I have these catheters in my leg that are giving me that lidocaine, brother, whatever you want to call it. So it feels like my foot's asleep. Like it feels like I sit Indian style for too long, and when you stand up from that, your foot's completely asleep. That's what it feels like all the time right now. So like, I don't know what it's gonna feel like when I don't have this anymore, and it's not numb anymore. But I imagine it's gonna be kind of similar to the same thing. You're just gonna always
Phantom means dead in the past.
dead. I don't know.
I don't
That
know.
sounds like an inaccurate description of it, but I'm sure you know. I mean, there's
Mind over matter.
yeah. Hi, how you doing?
Good. Is okay? Is now okay time?
Yeah, we're
Absolutely.
live right now. I just want to let you know that.
Alright, no worries.
Do
That's
you
cool.
want to be on camera or you don't want to be? Then we would make sure that we don't turn it your way.
I'm okay. Thank you. Though I was
Okay.
just popping in to see if you want your oxy.
Yes, please. I'll sure happily take it. I want to make sure I stay on top of that right now.
Yeah. Totally.
So yes, please, whenever you get the chance, that'd be
Okay.
awesome.
We'll be back with that.
All right, thank you so much. That was my nurse Heather. She's super friendly. She's one of the ones I race.
You're gonna race her?
I race. Well, I mean, I don't race. I don't really race them, but I just call them out like that, and they just take me for a walk down the end of the hall and back, just so I can have my daily exercise, do whatever. I did it 3 times yesterday, which is the most I've gotten up at all since I've been here.
And you have to run that lung thing so I can do it with you.
Yeah, this
Because I like
here.
doing that too.
So they make me do this 10 times an hour to try to help me build my lung capacity and help me keep the oxygen flowing through my blood because they don't want me to get blood clots, but they want me to do that 10 times an hour. Get the green thing all the way to the top.
Everybody should do that.
Yeah, I mean it's only beneficial.
Everybody
when
should
I
do
started doing that, so when I first came in here, my blood pressure was like 106/60 or something like that. It was pretty low, and I don't know if it's because of this, but after I started doing this, my blood pressure's been pretty much like 118/80, almost perfect, and that's pretty. I think that's pretty damn good for someone that's almost 40 years old and going through the shit I'm going through. So I definitely I do it more than 10 times an hour, but I know I haven't done it since y'all been here, but I've been kind of distracted.
Opie the Animal, Gutter Punking, God bless you, bro. I'm a punk rock 350K YouTube famous, and you are a real rock star, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Rock on, bro. Love
yeah,
you.
What's up? W Opie, man. Thanks for the love, brother.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, man.
He said you're the real rock star.
You know my name's Peter, right? It means rock.
Really?
Yeah. Biblically.
Like rock bottom?
Biblically. Yeah. I've been there a couple times, bro.
What'd you say? You said something interesting to me I had to write down.
It was a meme or something that I seen on Facebook or something like that, and it said that, if you're a rock collector, which is something that me and my wife do, we love going to the rivers and stuff and looking for rocks and finding rocks and different stuff like that. But what it said is that if you're a rock collector, rock bottom ain't so bad. It's kind of funny, but it's just some decent humor or whatever. But no, rock bottom sucks. Even if you're a rock collector, I'll let you know that it does suck. But you got to go through it to get here sometimes. And I'm glad I've been through it because I love who I am now. And I love y'all guys paying attention to me, listening to me, giving me love out and shouting out. It's fucking badass, bro. It's something that I never would have expected I could have 2 months ago. Never. So my life, it's crazy how fast things can turn around for you. And it's kind of empowering. I'm not going to lie. It feels really fucking good. You're getting in my head a little bit, y'all guys. Slow down. Let me see that.
We're going to start talking about gravity.
Oh man, you don't want to get me on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop everybody listening to this right now if I start talking about that, and I'm not down with that right now.
I'm gonna say 0 out of 1,800 raised for a car because you can low key get a decent car for 1,800.
Absolutely, sure. I don't care if it's a beater as long as it runs good and it's reliable. I mean, that's fine with me. Let me see. Hold on, my wife texted me real quick. I wanna.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Burn Pizza said, "Oh, that's tragic. Thank goodness he looks like he's doing well for the circumstance. Keep your head up."
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It's all due to my mind state and having the good support of people like this and having people come to see me in here. So I'm not just sitting in here by my damn self feeling lonely and miserable. So shout out to you, shout out to Caleb, shout out to everybody else that comes to see me. Jason, you're one. John, my friend. Reggie,
Old boy yesterday.
Yeah, that was Jason he's from the rehab facility I'm at. He's one of the counselors there. He's come by a couple times. Reggie from my home group from my NA meeting. Shout out to all them people, man. Everyone, I love y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all made my time here a lot easier, my recovery a lot better. Hold on just a second. I'm doing my live stream with Caleb right now, baby. I love you, and I'll call you whenever I get a chance. Okay.
Hi from Wyoming.
Hi, Wyoming.
What's up, Valerie?
Getting my drugs, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, we got your ibuprofen, Robaxin, and Oxy right now.
Alrighty.
What's your pain level at?
Right now I'm gonna say it's a 2. I'm pretty distracted right now, but I'm gonna keep it this way.
Yeah.
I'll know that I'm not in pain and I'm using the drugs recreationally if it starts making me loopy or something like that. If I start feeling like I'll know that I'm just taking it because I want to take it. So I'm good right now.
Yeah.
Still clear minded. I'm still not dizzy. I can still go down the hall pretty good. You want to race? Let's race.
Yeah, guys, we're at the hospital right now.
Yeah, that's my nurse Heather. She's been really friendly. She's been really cool. She's making sure she has a lot of heart and concern for her patients right now. She's making sure that I don't just get careless with my catheters here and turning them down too low. And she put me in check last night. She was like, leave them the way they are until the anesthesia comes, the team comes, and I respect her, and I made sure I told her I respect that, and I won't touch them until she came back. And she told me she was coming back today, and she's here. So I kept my word.
Yes.
Kept my word, and here we are.
Here, I can take that.
Someone said Heather is getting paid.
Getting paid.
Hey, that's my nurse. It's her job. So sure, of course she's getting paid, but a lot of people do their job and are miserable and hate it and just do it for the money.
Yeah.
I think she really has genuine concern and care for her patients, and she's a good person.
Because you can tell when someone's heart is in it when they serve you.
I mean, yeah, she could come in here and just be like, here's your drug, boom, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? And that's it. But she'll take the time and talk to me and let me walk down the hall. She doesn't have to do that. I mean, she doesn't have to do any of that. And she's not getting money from me to do it. You know what I mean? She's just got a kind heart, and I genuinely appreciate it. And it makes my time a lot better here. So
Man,
I
Heather.
have nothing but love for Miss
It's been
Heather.
great
Thank you so
talking
much.
to you too, and hearing all your
Absolutely.
experiences.
I'm going to miss you when I'm gone.
Miss you too.
Is that a song? I'm gonna miss you when I'm gone.
I think it's you're going to miss me when I'm gone.
Oh yeah. Caleb is interviewing
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Thank you.
Peter. Pete. He developed osmolytitis, which required amputation. Pete's been sober for 5 months. So, Pete, that's cool. You've been sober as long as your mentor.
Yeah, going on 5 months. So on the 24th of January will be 5 months. My clean date is the day my daughter was born, which is August 24th. So on the 24th, it'll be 5 months. So I'm working on that right now. But it's coming like that, quick. I mean, it's already the 12th of January, 2026. This month is flying by like nothing already.
Gabo said Peter's a real one.
Appreciate you, Gabo. Much love.
Connor said, read the chat. What up, chat? What happened, honey? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Who said that now?
Everybody.
Connor?
Everyone.
Oh.
Everyone's saying what happened.
What happened? So do y'all want me to tell y'all again how I lost my leg, or is this new people on the chat joining?
It's always going to be. It's going to be that people are going to get
for people just joining the chat.
It's a repetitive thing because live chats are different. Because when it's 6 p.m. and people that just got off of work are in here,
yeah,
they're going to be like, "Why does this guy have one leg?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm in a hospital bed, yeah, and I got one leg, and I'm sitting here smiling. What the hell's wrong with this guy, right?
And they're going to be curious,
yeah,
because we're curious creatures,
right? The curiosity killed the cat, right?
Yeah, and it made the human evolve.
You have to adjust, but no. So what happened was, for the people that just joined, I got shot by my cousin back in August of 2024 with a .357 Magnum hollow point. I developed cellulitis in that ankle in June of 2025. It developed into osteomyelitis. And they've been trying to take my foot since June of last year, which was 2025. It got in my bone. It's an infection in my bone marrow. There's no true way to get rid of it except for through amputation. So it was either my leg or my life. And I went ahead and let them take my leg right now while I have, a chance to be able to recover from this while I'm still young and healthy enough and sober. And that way I can have a better chance of my daughter having a good dad and having me present in her life and active.
So how big was that pit bull that ripped your leg off?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I guess I slept through that.
Guys, he got shot. That's how that and he
Gunshot
developed an
wound.
infection.
Gunshot wound. It was a 357 Magnum hollow point to my left ankle. Luckily, I didn't lose my foot at that time, but it seems like it was inevitable for it to go anyway. So
Someone said there's a hole in the bed. That like your leg is in the hole in the bed. Guys, there's
it's
no
real.
It's real, guys.
It's real.
There's no hole in the leg. They'll say everything, Peter. We're gonna see some.
Y'all think we're faking it, bro? I mean, y'all, there's no way someone's that happy they just got their foot cut off. I'm alive, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm alive. This pain that I have right now is temporary. It's gonna be gone. There's no reason to be happy, bro. I'm not one of them people to stay down. So, have your doubts. Do your hating. I love haters. I welcome them. That means I'm doing something right. Y'all got something y'all jealous about. I mean, that's all on y'all. But I'm the real thing. I'm the real deal. I'm no
Real still.
smoke and mirrors, no trickery here. It's, I mean, you look at these. You know, this isn't all fake. I got catheters going in my leg for pain from these two bags right here. Got one catheter that's releasing this. I don't forget the medicine, but it's a brother to lidocaine, and it numbs you. That one's feeding my sciatic nerve. This one's feeding the nerve on the top of my leg, and they're called nerve blocks. It's a hell of a Halloween costume if I wanted to fake this.
They said you could be a pirate.
Yeah, I already thought about it. You know, I was thinking about people are going to call me Peg Leg Pete or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's easy Halloween costume at that point. But I feel like I couldn't be a proper pirate because I have both of my eyes, and I don't feel like losing one of those.
All you need is a parrot.
Well, a parrot
Or a platypus.
Well, I don't want to lose my eye, man. I could just put an eye patch on and fake it, but you know what I mean.
But this is in real time.
Yeah, in real time, but still, I feel like if I were to actually lose my eye, then it'd be like the real deal, like but no.
So you robbed a bank? Like, how'd you get shot?
Yeah, honest, true, genuine question. Is that a genuine question? I didn't rob a bank. I didn't do anything illegal like that. It was basically a jealousy, a dispute between me and my cousin that boiled up from over time. We spent about a year and a half living together, and we had been fighting for about 8 months. And it boiled up to the point where it just got to where it's like, all right, I'm about to beat this motherfucker up, right? And I should have just walked away from it. I wish I would have, but at the same time, I'm grateful I didn't because I am who I am now because of it. And it's not some little punk that he was a punk, don't get me wrong, but he's 6'7", 300-pound black man. That's my cousin. That's who shot me. I went out there to throw hands with him in the street, and as soon as I posted up on him, he's like, pulled out his gun and pow, 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 3 shots.
No way.
Yeah. The first one shot me. The first hit me directly in my foot. And I was falling instantly. I remember being on the ground. I didn't even feel the second hit. The second bullet hit me. So the first one hit me. The second one cut me. It grazed my shin right here. And it just put a big gash in my leg. And then the third one missed me, luckily. He used the last 3 bullets he had for that gun. Yeah. And that motherfucker.
Your cousin.
My cousin. Grew up with him, known him since we were little kids. My mom and his mom were adopted sisters. So I literally knew this dude when he was born, the day he was born. We grew up from diapers together. We were a year apart in age. We grew up together. We were family as family could be. More my brother than any of my brothers. You know what I mean? If y'all understand that. Me and him were like this.
Did he go to jail?
He did go to jail initially. He spent 10 days in jail in Travis County. But his lawyer, his grandma, I guess, had money and got him a good lawyer and got him out on a $1 bond. So his lawyer put up $1 to get him out of jail. And then by the time everything was said and done, they gave him in court, they chopped it up to what they call mutual combat. Because we were out in a public street and I was obviously the aggressor coming at him, going to fight him, and he shot me. So he chopped it up to mutual combat, charges dropped. And he did 10 days in jail for shooting me. And that was it. Out, clean, nothing. Probably got his gun back already and everything.
Are you pressing charges?
No. It's already it's too late for that.
It's already been decided?
It's already been decided. It's been cleared in court. Mutual combat's a done deal.
Dono. Let's go. R220. Don't know. In the chat, gave us, I think, 20 gems, 50 gems. Let's go.
What does that mean?
For every one gem is 1 cent.
Okay.
So right now we have 70 cents.
Okay. Hell yeah. If it ain't making any dollars, if it ain't making any sense.
Peter, that's why I have no problem spending all day over here, man.
Yeah.
Because you're a cool dude, man. It's cool just to hang out with you. Like some people, I understudy for.
Yeah.
As I'm out in the field being a journalist, I really don't genuinely. My soul just doesn't like it, but I do that for the entire truth.
Yeah.
But some people I really just don't enjoy talking to.
Well, and a lot of people, like, it's just camaraderie. You know who you mesh with. If you get along with somebody really well, and you get along with them, you know what I mean. I've always been able to. The first day I met you, I was able to just open up to you. I didn't know who the fuck you were. You just came up to me in my campsite, and I was like, yeah, sure, come on over. And I just gave you my fucking spiel. I didn't know who the hell you were at all, but I had, for some reason, no problems giving you the whole truth and telling you and spilling my heart out to you. So, you know what I mean? It just you recognize people like that, and you just know, like, we're smart, and we got a bit of a psychic ability to us. People
Right.
do, and we can
Sixth sense type
recognize.
shit.
Yeah, we can recognize people that we can get along with and like-minded individuals. And I'm pretty good at getting along with almost everybody, but there are certain times when somebody walks in the room and I'm just instantly, I don't like that motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it is, but usually it's a good cause. That sixth sense is pretty damn smart, and I've learned to go with my gut quite often now. Yeah. So I definitely can understand why you can do this. I mean, we can talk easily, we mesh easy, we can keep the conversation flowing. You know what I mean? Because we're going to learn off of each other, so it's cool.
We're gonna tap into your theories at some point.
Yeah,
we're really gonna. I just want to hear what you have to say, because like I said, I'm objective.
Yeah,
I will listen to everybody, even if they just got out of ATC.
Well, I mean, a lot of things about theories and stuff like that, and it's other things that can't be proven. But like, so what you're talking about right now, when you talk about I don't believe in gravity, everyone right now that just heard me say that knows what I'm talking about, what kind of path I'm going to go down. They're like, oh my God, he's one of them. Most likely that's what I get. That's the scrutiny I get because I'm what you call a flat earther, whatever you want to call it. So, and I wasn't always that way, guys. Like, but becoming that is what helped me become closer to God. So my wife, I've always been a regular person, if you want to call them. I believed in sci-fi and interplanetary colonization and space and the world's a globe, and I've always believed that my whole life. And my wife, whenever I got out of prison and she came back from Mississippi, she came back talking this bullshit about she thinks the world's flat, and I'm like, whatever, I'm thinking she's just bullshitting. And she kept telling me this like for like a year. And finally I was like, stop fucking telling me that. What is wrong with you? Like, you're fucking not, why do you believe that? Because somebody told you that shit while you were in Mississippi or whatever, you know what I mean? And I was just like, you're fucking out of your mind. It's stupid. And she was like, why do you believe the world's a globe? Because you learned that in school? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, that's why. But then, so I did a reset on my brain because I started thinking about the things that they taught me in school growing up. One of the things being Christopher Columbus discovered America, which is a big fat lie, and like the history of Thanksgiving and the coming together of the Indians and the Pilgrims, whatever you want to call it, and just being a peaceful fucking celebration and not us coming over here and stealing the land from them people, you know what I mean? And basically a mass genocide of their people, which is a super big lie. And then, whoever it was, they said discovered electricity with a kite in a fucking thunderstorm with a key. You know what I mean? Like, come on, there's no way. Like, that's some bullshit, right? So I started thinking about that stuff. So I was like, okay, they did lie about a lot of shit in school. They lied about a lot of shit what they taught us. And that's nationwide what they're teaching us. And if they'll lie about that, they'll lie about anything. So I started looking into it, and I was like, all right, I'll start. I'll think about it. You know what I mean? So the first thing that came to my brain about what made me start questioning my belief, because I was like, there's no way that, the world's flat. There's no way it's not a globe and all that shit. And there's no way they're lying about all that shit. It's impossible. It just doesn't make any sense, right? But the first thing that got me to fucking actually question it and be like, huh, is water. just the basis of water. No matter what kind of container that you put water in, whether it's in a little cup or a bowl or the sink or the toilet or the bathtub or a pond or a lake, no matter where it's at, it when the surface of water is completely level when undisturbed. That's how the Great Lakes can freeze over and people can go ice skating on them and it's smooth as glass. Like, so when I thought about that, I was like, if water has to be level.
Teléfono. Hasta aquí. La masta.
Um,
What's your code? I should just write it down right.
yeah, I won't tell you out loud on
Yeah,
on
don't
this
say it
thing,
out loud.
but give me my. Can I text it to your phone while we're here?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's smart. That way I can open
Is
it
that
up.
smart? Do I need to give you access to my shit? Huh? Is this what your plan is?
62 10 shares. So we have the views have doubled since this live stream, and the so has the shares.
Okay.
But we're still but everybody typically that donates is at work right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we roll in tonight on like a 10-hour stream, you know, I mean we'll be doing like push-ups and stuff.
You think so?
Yeah. So
I'm gonna get down there and do some push-ups.
So someone will say, "Okay, Peter, I'll throw you $1,000. Do me 10 push-ups, and I will be your drill sergeant."
They said they'll throw me what?
$1,000, 10 push-ups.
Oh, I'll do more than that. What have you want me? I'll do 10 sets of 10 for.
That's what I'm saying. I want to get creative. I want to do some cool stuff, but like checkers maybe, chess.
Whoever wins. Do you have those board games?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure the hospital does, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't really left this room or hallway since my surgery. So.
Well, I'm sure we'll get creative. Because I know me, man. I just know me. I'm a creator.
Yeah.
No matter where I'm at, hospitals, tunnels, I get creative.
Yeah.
Try to make things fun.
You have a tendency to for sure have you know how to ask the questions to keep the conversation flowing. So
I'm curious about this too.
About what?
Just like your smile right now with one leg. That's what I'm interested in.
Well,
you know what I mean? I like to see the flower growing through concrete.
And it's definitely possible. I've seen it many times. Not with people, so to speak. I'm the only person that I know of so far. And again, I'm not trying to sound conceited, but of all my people that I know that I was doing drugs with and I was down in that hole in that rut with, I haven't seen any of them go anywhere. Not one of them. Not fucking one of them. So it feels very good to be where I'm at, knowing that they're still in the same place. I mean, I'd like to pull them out of that misery, but they're going to have to want it themselves. You know what I mean? It's not something like nobody could have just drugged me out of this shit. I had to want it myself, and I had to have something to live for and something better than and more important than myself. And luckily I was blessed with my daughter. But it's crazy to see like the man that shot me, you know, a year and a half ago. And even though his house mysteriously caught on fire after that, he's still living in that house that caught on fire, and he's still doing the same thing that he was doing a year and a half ago, and he's going nowhere with his life. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And that's one of the main reasons why I forgive that man, because no matter what, I'm going forward. You know what I mean? I don't need that burden of that pressure, that, you know what I mean, that boulder on my shoulder fucking of resentment and hatred towards that man, because it's not going to do me any good. So I don't forgive him for me, or for him, I mean, per se. I forgive him for myself, which is what forgiveness is mostly about. And if I can forgive myself for you know, and take
that's interesting.
If I can take accountability for the part that I played in all this happening, you know what I mean? It's a lot of it's my fault. I should have walked away a lot sooner than I did. I should have just, you know, got out of the situation, but I didn't. I could say I wasn't in my right mind because of drugs or whatever, but you know, it doesn't matter what the case may be. The fact is what it is, and I could have done something different, and I didn't. So I have to take accountability for my part. But that being said, I am progressing and moving forward in my life, and I see myself only going up from here. There's no going back to being in that same rut, doing the same thing, going 100 miles an hour, going nowhere fast. You know what I mean? They're doing the exact same thing a year and a half later that they were doing that day.
Live fast, die fast.
Maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know. Live fast, die fast. That. I mean, that's not always true, I guess necessarily, but you know what I mean. I just know they're going nowhere fast.
Right. There's balance to
I
movement.
mean, a, 2 months. Okay, I've been trying to get my ID since 2021 when I got out of prison. I haven't had a valid Texas driver's license or ID since 2017 before I went to prison. And I got out of prison and was have been trying to get my fucking ID for the past 5 years now and haven't been able to do it because whatever circumstances happen. But in the last 5 months since I've been sober, and the last 2 months since I got in that rehab, got my ID like that. You got to put your priorities in check and do the things when you actually fucking put your life and purpose in. Go ahead.
Put your life on purpose of what?
Put your life and purpose of your life in perspective and get the shit done that you need to do. You know, and put the damn drug to the side and whatever's really taking control of your life, and you can get the shit done. So I haven't actually been trying to do shit except for just stay in the same spot and be in misery.
Somebody really said every super chat I will do one push up. $1 equals one push up. Let's go, baby.
What's that?
Hey, the front line's finna be swole, man. In real time.
Super chat.
Dread say, does it hurt?
Does what hurt? Absolutely. Of course it does.
What does that feel like? A sharp pain, aching pain?
So at the moment, they got me on like oxys and oxycodone and gabapentin, which is a nerve damage pill, ibuprofen and Tylenol. They're giving me different varieties of medications right now. Not to mention this brother of lidocaine here that's going to my nerve blocks in my leg. But for the most part, right now, what it feels like is that when you sit Indian style on the ground for too long, crisscross applesauce, whatever you want to call it, when you sit like that for too long, and you go to stand up and your legs completely asleep, you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. It feels like if I were to take a step, my ankle's there, but it would just roll, and you don't have any feeling in it at all, like when you wake up.
Brian DeCaleb 92. I want to donate so bad, but I'm broke. I wish you luck. You got this.
Well, God bless you, brother, and it's okay. I'm not here for the money so much. I'm just here for
that one person.
I'm here for the support and to help somebody I can. So if you can, just share this with anybody you can, and try to invite people to this chat and let them know.
That's a good point too, guys. If you can't donate, Brian, just email and share the link. Share the link to all your people that you know that might have the funds available. Johnny Applesauce, I pray for you, man. God bless you.
Thank you, Johnny Applesauce. Appreciate it, man. God bless you all.
So please make sure you stretch tons. My mom didn't during her amputation, and it messed it up.
See, that's another thing. That's one thing I'm making sure I do. So that's why I don't have my foot propped on anything, because they don't want my foot to heal, my leg to heal like this bent, and I'll have a crazy like hunch or walk. I'll walk like a hobbit or a hermit or something afterwards. So what they told me to do is make sure I keep my leg straight like that. And the reason that's so hard to do is because when they did my amputation, they cut my, so I'm going to take this off for a second. This is just here to keep blood circulating in my other leg to prevent blood clots. It just airs up with air, and it just does it every 20 times an hour. So what they did when they amputated my leg, they cut my shin bone about right here, right? And they kept my calf muscle long. And they took the calf muscle and rolled it over the bone and stitched it up here. That way that's going to be the cushion for what I walk on later on. So because they did that, it's hard to, my leg just wants to stay like this. Like when you see like movies, like all I can think of is The Mummy. And whenever he cuts the bottoms of the feet off of that mummy that's holding that tablet, and it falls back on its back and its legs do this, like that's just how my leg wants to be. It wants to naturally just relax like that. That's how I'm chilling. Instead of just being straight like this, it's hard to do.
So I have your knee has to...
No, my calf. So my calf is pulling back because they folded it over, and it's making it want to pull back. So I have to actually stretch it out, and it burns really bad like you're doing the splits right here.
That muscle.
Because I have to stretch it because that muscle's folded up over my bone. And so I have to make sure I stretch it like this and keep it straight so it heals that way. That way I can actually walk like a regular person whenever it comes time to do it. So thank you for the pointer. I've been aware of that. It's been brought to my attention by these people. Like I said, we've got a pretty good staff here. They do their job very professionally, and they've informed me of that situation. And thank you, bro, for that. Good looking out. And prayers out to your mom. I don't know if she's still with us or what, but yeah, I can imagine how hard it could be if you don't have that.
Someone asked, do you have diabetes?
No, sir, or ma'am, whichever you are. I have no diabetes at all. That's another thing that's going to help me in my recovery. Um, Knowing that I'm still fairly young. I'm 37 years old. I have no diabetes. I'm fairly healthy. I've been pretty athletic my whole life. Worked in construction my whole life, and you know what I mean. Now that I'm sober, I'm almost 5 months sober. I have all that going for me right now. I quit smoking everything there is. I stopped smoking weed, meth, whatever you want to call it, cigarettes. I stopped doing everything. So that's definitely helping me in my recovery for sure. But no diabetes, luckily. Um, just unfortunate.
What about stem cell research? Could you grow a new leg?
I don't think I'm a reptilian, so I don't. I don't. I mean, it may be possible in today's society, but it's not something that the government has let us know of yet. So, I mean, who knows? They could be growing a whole nother person with my foot they took from me. So,
In the
there's no
basement?
telling. Although I'd feel very sorry for that person because I know he's gonna be walking in pain because I know how that feels. So, but no, no stem cell for growing a new foot. I don't think that I can grow. I mean, if you are truly biblical and believe and have faith in supposedly the body, according to the law of God, or whatever, that the body has everything that it needs to be able to repair itself. Um, but I guess my faith isn't that strong because I just don't see that happening. You know what I mean? But I'll have a foot. You know what I mean? They're gonna give me a prosthetic, so I'll be okay. But yeah, other than that, I'm just doing everything that I can. I'm following their rules. I'm going above their expectations because I'm not sitting here being still like this. I'm not just sitting here taking it and being miserable. Uh,
Do you think adding humor to the situation provides light?
100%. Absolutely. I mean, laughter is the best medicine. That's something that I've heard and I believe my whole life. I definitely believe, and genuine laughter, not like mockery laughter, not just like haha fake bullshit. No, like genuine laughter, being able to laugh at anything, like especially yourself, is so good for you. It's so helpful and it just helps everything. I don't see how that could hurt anything, bro. Anything at all. Like so, yeah. Humor and laughter is definitely a good positive trait to this. It's helping me.
Eden said prosthetic isn't free. What is your scenario right now in that case?
So, if y'all haven't heard, for the people that are just getting here, Eden, I think you said your name was. Um, when I was in my rehab facility and when I first scheduled my operation with my surgeon, Dr. Fox, he set me up with a amputee coach. His name is Mike Garza. Again, shout out to Mike Garza. He works for a company called OP Solutions, which is Orthopedic Prosthetic Solutions. And he has the same amputation that I have, but on his right leg. And when I was in rehab, he came and visited me over there, and he only spent about 30 minutes with me, but it was all it took for him to change my life. You know what I mean?
I have a question for you. True99 Yank said, I want to hear what you have to say to this. This is such a money grab. It's a sad situation, but come on, dude.
And what do you mean money grab? I mean, I'll take anything that
I would say
get.
this is a money pit.
I mean,
Losing your leg, having to deal with all this, moving around, having to get a car. You came from a homelessness. See,
I
he
mean,
doesn't
yeah.
know you just came from being in
I
the
mean,
woods.
consider everything, bud. And I know you don't know me or whatever, but I'm not somebody that has a home to go to. I'm not someone that has money. I'm not someone that has funds. I mean, I have nothing. I came from a rehab facility that even they kicked me out because they don't have the medical staff to be able to hold me there to give me the round the clock care that I need for this right now. So they had to take me out of the rehab temporarily, at least until I'm able to be self-sufficient. But I don't have anything, bro. I mean, I don't have a car. I don't have a house. I don't have a job. I mean, all I have is me and my wife and my daughter and my dog, which luckily my aunt's holding for me while I'm in rehab. But, you know what I mean? I'm starting from nothing. When I met Caleb, 3 months ago, I was living in the woods over at the Montopolis Bridge over here, and I had nothing. It was just me and my dog. So, I mean, I get it that it could be a money grab, but I'm not doing it for that. You know what I mean? I would definitely happily take anything that I can get, but I'm not doing it for, any kind of, any kind of thing to get over on somebody. I'm doing it. My main goal initially is to try to help somebody else in my same position. You know what I mean? That's what my main goal is to do. That's what I want to do. That's my purpose here, trying to do this. I'm trying to walk people through this process, let them know that their life's not over. But at the same time, I'm happily going to take any donations that I can get for people that might feel empathy for me or sympathy and help me out in my cause, because like I said, I have my wife and my daughter now, and they're in rehab while I'm in rehab, and we're doing, we're building our life together, and we're building from absolutely nothing, and you know, so I will only use what I'm given for, to help me build my future with my family. So initially, my first process, like I said, is I need a vehicle to get around because walking is not going to be an option for a while.
And you're not looking for a fucking Mercedes Escalade. You're
No,
looking for like a
I'm looking for
$1,500.
a hoop D, man. I'll take a beat up Nissan Altima or a Honda Pilot or CR. I don't care what it is. I'll take anything. I don't care what it is. If it needs to be fixed, I'll work on it. You know what I mean? I can lay on my back and get under there and do something like that. You know, I'll take anything I can get, bro. I'm not trying to ask y'all to give me some money, like so I can go buy some fancy ass car or get me a nice ass house. I'm not even, I mean,
It's funny when
I'm grateful for anything I can get, and if you feel like I'm doing it for nefarious reasons, then
don't donate.
then yeah, exactly. I don't expect you to donate, but if you feel like I'm genuine and you want to donate, then I super appreciate it, and God bless you, and I thank you so much. But otherwise, I still thank you for being here, and if you could, if you think I'm lying or whatever, still spread this message and let other people come join this chat so they can see it for themselves, and let's see if you can get other opinions from people that you know and see what they feel about it. I have nothing to hide, nothing to lie about, so I am here bearing it out.
Let me ask you this. For someone to project hate on you in your current circumstance is just a prime reflection of who they are eternally.
Internally, sure, for sure, and I
Internally.
believe that. You know what I mean? And I understand how a lot of people are like fake, bro. There's a lot of fake people out there in this world, but I don't know who you are, who you know, or whatever, but I guarantee you that you don't know anybody in this world that just got their foot cut off 3 days ago and are sitting in this hospital bed smiling and laughing and talking with y'all guys, bro. You can't fake that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think. This isn't fake. This really happened.
That's not AI.
This is true. It's really real. You know what I mean? Uh, watch for finger merges.
Chunky
watch for
monkeys.
whatever you think, if it's AI, whatever it is.
Finger merges.
Yeah, AI is very bad about that stuff, so don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
What's it
But
called?
also, I want to get back to, before we move on, the last person that asked me about the process, what's going on with my prosthetics. So whenever Mike came to see me, he works for the prosthetic company, and he knows that I'm homeless and I don't have good insurance. I have what they call MAP, which is a medical assistance program that they have in Austin, Texas for homeless people. But he told me, after I met with him, and he told me that my life's over, he motivated me to be happy and move on and know that I got something to live for afterwards. And he further did that and made me feel even better because he promised me a leg. So no matter what happens, I'm going to get a prosthetic leg. It may not be a $30,000 leg like his was. He had a carbon fiber, badass titanium foot. It was really nice.
Chunky said he's really curious about this. He's really curious if you get phantom pain.
Absolutely. I haven't had the phantom pain so much. I have had a cramp in my foot so far, but for the most part, itches. I've had very specific itches on the foot that's not there anymore, and it's really fucking weird, bro. It is true. Whatever you've heard from stories, I didn't know if it was true or not.
So you go to itch this foot with this foot, but it's just not there.
Now that's just my brain not processing that my foot's not gone, or my foot's gone. So yeah, I've had the bottom of this foot itch while I'm laying in this hospital bed, and I'll go to reach over and scratch it with the toes on my other foot, and oh shit, that fucking foot's not there. Like, it's crazy. But otherwise, I've had itches on this foot that's not here anymore. I've had itches on the bottom of my foot. I've had itches on this specific toe on that foot that's gone. Like at the tip of this fucking toe, it's crazy specific. Like, that's pretty fucking detailed, specific. Like, for an itch to show up like over there, like it's not fucking there. How's that possible?
It's detailed.
And I've had itches.
Wow.
I've had itches between my toes.
It's detailed.
You know what I mean? It's very fucking specific.
Does old boy Mike Garza get phantom pain still?
Yeah, and I asked him about it, and he said it is real. He said it's just something you get used to it, and after a while they don't happen so much. It's more of a process of when your brain realizes that it's not there anymore. But it ain't the fact that your brain, because like I said, your nerves are still there. My sciatic nerve that went to the bottom of my foot and stuff like that is still in my leg. It's still here.
Oh.
So they just cut it off, but it still goes down there. So those receptors still go to my brain. So whatever's happening with my nub right here where it's healing, that's probably what's sending these feelings to my brain. So that's why I can still feel it so vividly. But there's nothing I can fucking do about it. You know what I mean? I can't
Taryn said, regarding phantom pain, after amputation, the nerves that once carried signals from the limbs are still active. The brain's map of the body hasn't fully adjusted, so it can misfire and interpret signals as pain in the missing part.
Said it perfectly. That's what my theory is on it. So I mean, it sounded pretty damn close to that. So that's basically what I think it is, and that's what's going on. I know, but all I know is that it is real. I mean, whatever the reason for it happened, it is factual. It does happen.
Jackie said, I have gout flate up right now, and I'm in pain, so much pain. Can someone tell me what helps the pain, please?
What is gout?
What is gout? I have no idea what that is. You're so sweet. Stay strong, my friend.
Thank you so much. And
that was Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen. But again, as to that one, I forgot what your name was. I'm sorry. But I am going to get a leg. Okay. I got a leg coming. They work for a company that works through charitable organizations, and he's going to make sure I get a foot no matter what. So that's in the bag. I don't got to worry about that so much. That's taken care of. But thank you so much. Let me see.
Someone.
What was the other thing she said? She had gout and what?
Gout. Very painful.
What is
painful
gout?
Arthritis?
Arthritis caused by the buildup of uric acid crystals in the body. Gout can cause acute inflammation of one or more joints, and in severe cases can lead to permanent joint damage. Chronic gouty arthritis. Uric acid crystals can also form hard, lumpy deposits in the skin called tophi. I'm not really very familiar with arthritis. I couldn't really help you on that one. I don't know how. I wouldn't know how to direct you. I'm not a doctor at all. I know it's what I've experienced myself. The best thing I can say for that is probably ibuprofen, some kind of anti-inflammatory, over-the-counter medicine at first. That's all I could recommend at first. I wouldn't really know where to go past that. But from what I know, I don't think there's really a cure for arthritis. So it's something that you may have to live with for a long time, and that's just my prayers are out to you. But keep your head up and just try to push through it, no matter what. Like I said, through God, anything's possible. But my prayers out to you. I know what it's like to live with a chronic pain that you can't get rid of, no matter what you do. So keep your head up and just push through it. You can do it.
Get through it. You can push through it. So what would you do if we weren't here right now? What would you be doing?
Right now, if y'all weren't here, I'd either be video chatting my wife and my daughter. But they're busy right now. They're going to a doctor's appointment to get her paperwork from the pediatric to let them know that she's exempt on all her vaccinations, because I'm not going that route with all these shots they're trying to give babies and shit, like the hepatitis B vaccination and all that shit. Like,
there's things they're trying to give babies right now.
Oh, they always have been. We're part of that group. But we haven't had the capability to expand and explore and learn about these things when we were younger. Like, especially me, there was no cell phones or social media or internet like that when I grew up. There was none of that shit. We had video games that you played on the TV, on that console. That was it. There was no online. There was no linking. There was none of that shit. So we didn't have access to that shit as kids growing up, which means our parents didn't either. But nowadays you can get online and platforms and social media.
Some people are asking, what's your Cash App?
My Cash App is, I believe it's Peter Joseph.
I guess some people don't realize the GoFundMe, but they have Cash App, and we want to make it easy for people to donate, right?
Yeah, I mean, anyway, anything you can do. Can I put it on a link or something? Like, send it to you and get it like pinned on there?
Absolutely not. No way I'm gonna allow that. Are you kidding me? Look at you.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense. They can have my email and everything else. Why not?
No, just say it out loud. Just say it out loud, and then the guys, if one of you guys just want to put it in the chat, and then whoever said that can throw it in there.
Okay, my
I would like to have your GoFundMe.
So if y'all have my email, my cash tag is the money sign, and then it's P3T3RJ0S3PH88. It's Peter Joseph 88 with the zeros and threes, or zeros. The O's and E's are threes and zeros.
And you've made that, and now your life is very difficult when you try to give someone your information.
It's not so difficult for me because I know what I'm talking about. I just spelled my name Peter Joseph. I'm just replacing the e's and the
I
o's.
know. I'm just.
So it's not very
It's like
It's hard to
algebra.
say out loud though.
It's like algebra.
But yeah, if anyone can, if they need to see it, algebra's fucking simple to me though.
See, I
I don't
graduated
know
high
if you can
school.
get it to where they can see that, but that's
Oh,
my catch.
don't say it. Don't do that.
Oh, my bad, guys. Yeah, I don't watch that. Ignore that.
No, you're good. There's just some information that there shouldn't be put up here.
But it's the same as my email. My cash tag's the same. My Facebook, if y'all want that, I think it's Peter Joseph. There's many ways to get a hold of me and contact me and send your love or support or scrutinize me and send your hatred, whatever you want to do. I welcome all of it. But if there's anybody that ever wants genuine um, knowledge or support on something like this, that they may be going through something like this, if y'all have a family member that's going through something like this, even if they're diabetic, come in.
Sorry, I was waiting to hear him.
Oh, you good? How you going? How you doing? I mean,
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay.
All right. Is it okay to have a conversation regarding your healthcare?
Sure. We are live streaming right now. If that's okay with you, I mean, you don't have to be on camera, but if we can just talk.
I would have to come back at a later time.
How important is it right now? Is it about where I'm going to be going?
I can't disclose that information.
I can mute it.
It might be easier for that. I mean, it's not going to be that much of a detriment if I have to wait till tomorrow, right? I'll be
It's
okay.
up to you, man. It's up to you. I can walk out of the room. You guys can talk.
Okay, let everybody know. Hold on. I don't know how long we're gonna be, but we'll be right back. I got to talk about something that's. You can't have that.
She's not gonna. It's not. It's. I guarantee you that the conversation won't go until this is on me.
We'll just go stroll the hospital, whatever we need to do. Keep them here, guys. I'm coming back. I won't be gone long. Love everybody. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's all. It would be a HIPAA violation.
For real, James. I need me a drink, man. I don't know if I'm gonna lose connection in this building or not, but I'm gonna stay in the floor. I won't go in the elevator. I don't understand these, man. They're like hand free. I don't. Dude, sometimes technology is just like, why do even do that, right? Like sometimes technology is just too much for no reason. I don't even know how to work this water fountain. I don't know. I can't. I don't send any money, guys, until we know what the Cash App is. Just hold on. I'm gonna be here pretty much all day, so it's really not a big deal. Cash App right there. Yeah, Taryn. Literally, that's what we needed. Give me a second. We're at the hospital. Gotta keep a low profile. I can't take y'all seriously, man. Good old. No, it's not a relative. I met this man. So I guess this is a good time to give you guys a backstory on how I met this guy. I met this man in the middle of the woods, like miles into the woods. And, you know, I was like, hey, what's up, man? What are you doing out here? He had a dog named Merlin. And he was like, man, this is what I got going on. You know, this, that, and the other. He had an infection in his foot. And I was like, man, well, what's going on? What's going to happen? And he was basically saying he had to get it amputated. So, yeah. So right now, we're talking to him after 3 days after amputation. Yeah, he needs support. He's on a real note, I'm really trying to raise money to get him a car. That way, if he doesn't have anywhere to live, he at least can be in a car. Did you interview Anita Dickin? I don't know, man. Yes, he was homeless. He still technically is. So that's why he's in the hospital. He was already cleared, but since everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy over here, man. No family. Nope. All alone in the woods with a dog. But he has a daughter he's trying to reconnect with. I look crazy? It's probably because I am. It's probably because I've been spending nights out on the street sleeping. Why can't he live with his wife? Because of court orders. I really shouldn't be talking on that, though. Those are questions I need to ask him. Appreciate you, WD. I'm just killing time right now so we can hop back in there. Let's go. Tony sent one. Dude, you've been sending memberships, bro, like crazy, brother. Thank you, brother. If you guys want to join memberships, Frontlines, that gives you access to our Discord, where we're going to be dropping information. For example, I couldn't live stream for 24 hours, so I was in the Discord telling people, you know, what's up. Oh no, of course. You do your job. You do your job, baby. Because you have a camera, everybody's like, "Is it okay?" You do your thing. You do your thing. I'm waiting. I feel so bad, man. I'm poor though. Why could you not film for 24 hours? It's a long story. Caleb had to step out from interviewing Pete from moment. He will return in a bit. That's right. That's right. When the doctors talk to him, I can't be in the room because it interferes with HIPAA laws. W Tony, man. Everybody put W Tony in the chat, man. Giving out memberships on the channel is crazy. That's really amazing, bro. Thank you. Where's his dog? His dog is with his, it's a question we got to ask him. Hippo laws. That's what they're called. Hippo. W Tony for real. Hey, how are you doing? I'm glad your channel. I found your channel again. I just subscribed. How did it go there with the lady? What's up, Shorty D? You were interviewing a 7-Eleven. Did she ever get the funds for a car? So she got the funds for that cart. That's right. I sent it. If you pay attention to my post, she had receipt in the cart. You know, so she got the money and she didn't use it to do anything else. She bought a cart, which is awesome. Sending prayers from Northern California. What's up, California dreaming? We should call it Hippo laws. You guys are clowning me for that. What up, Empress? How you doing? We're back in live. We're back going. We're on the live chat. I can't believe how many people are in here and it's a Monday. Are you guys retired or like what do you guys do? Curious. Like put in the chat what you do. Are you retired? Let's go, California. Gracias. All right, let's go check on him, see if he can't be too long in there. I'm at work right now, Randall. You watching the stream at work, bro? That's support, man. God bless you, bro. What happened to his leg? All more to find out. Retired, living overseas. All right, I'm gonna go check on him, man. Why didn't his leg get amputated? His leg did get amputated. I am too, watching from work. Wow, you guys are all watching from work? Wow, man. Believe it or not, I'm at work right now. Caleb interviewing Pete. That's right, who was shot by a roommate, cousin in 2024. He developed osteomyelitis, which required amputation. Pete's been sober for 4.5 months. That's right. How are you at work right now? I mean, I don't know if you knew this, but like this is a charity. This is a 501c3. Give me some Powerball numbers you can never know. 789. Wait, don't do that. If I were to give you Powerball numbers, let's start with what's close to us. This is 98226. There's your lottery number. I hope this is entertaining enough for you guys while we wait for them. 4173, charity isn't a profession. Actually, you're wrong. I looked this up actually. It is a profession. Charity is set up specifically structured just like a business is. And whoever told you that, Aaron, is wrong. It is a business. Don't let them lie to you. That's right, alchemy. Sorry, can't chat. Making lunch and cleaning out. Let's go, Tony. Tony in the chat, man. What do you do, Tony? Let me ask you that, bro. Another donation for membership for charity. So you get paid for charity. Well, I lose money for charity actually. If you want to get specific, no, don't delete the chat. Don't delete the chat. Let him speak. So you get paid for charity. Yeah, I do. I get paid for charity, but I'm also technically I'm losing money for charity right now. So that's an odd thought. I'm losing money for charity. So I'm giving away more money than I make. And then actually, I don't make really anything. So I'm in debt. Wow. Now, how do you feel? No, I'm just messing around. But on a real note, yeah, that's true. All that is true. I just said that. 1,000 Days of Summer. I'm just curious, do you interview random people? I interview everybody. It does not matter.
Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop recording and to delete whatever you've recorded. This is a strict no recording policy. You cannot record in this hospital. So you're gonna have to delete. I can see what you're recording. You're gonna have to delete it.
I'm on live stream right now.
You're gonna have to, okay, well, you're gonna have to delete that.
Okay, I got you.
So
Live
can you
stream.
stop recording me? Thank you. You cannot record in this hospital.